Hi guys!
Today I'm going to fix up this Cupid I bought. I got really lucky and found her with a lot of her stuff in a Facebook Marketplace lot. For only £150, so she was about £7 I think. However, she's kinda dirty and I want to attempt to do her hair, so I'm going to be fixing her up today. Although, I'm going to attempt to keep her hair twist or braid piece intact as I'm really bad at braiding. Let's get started. Firstly, I have to give this girl a bath and get her hair rinsed, washed, and her body washed too. I'm so happy I found this doll, even with some of her stuff missing. People lately have been trying to sell her for upwards of £90 to £100, which is really expensive for me. I'm just using some extra body wash I got for Christmas to wash both Cupid's hair and body. However, you can use something like hand wash or dish soap if you have that lying around. Like I said though, my Cupid is missing some accessories, but luckily I found some of the stuff I needed on Vinted for a decent price, considering how much a complete doll is. I probably only spent £35 or around that in total for her, which is a win for me. Once I finished washing her, I dried her off with a kitchen towel. I then grabbed some of this coconut oil detangling spray. Essentially, I'm spraying the oil over the hair to condition it and help detangle the hair with ease. You'll also need some sort of comb, hairbrush, or dog brush for this. You don't specifically need this spray, you can use hair conditioner. However, I recommend watering it down and placing it into a spray bottle so you can use it more effectively, and it'll last longer. Once the hair was detangled, I moved on to her bangs. I'm not sure if some of her longer hair was pulled to the front, but I struggled to brush it back, so I decided to trim it instead. After she was all trimmed up, I washed out the coconut oil with some dish soap. Dish soap is better for getting oils out, I have personally found, so I would recommend it for washing out any conditioner. Shampoo would work too. Now for the difficult part, the bang styling. I just recommend brushing out the bangs and trying to curl them around your finger using a load of hairspray, hair gel, or hair wax, or a mixture if you have multiple available. This will, however, make the bangs stiff but firmly in place. Also, is anyone else excited for the new Cupid Gen 3 doll and the whole line she comes in? The dolls are so cute to me, and it actually motivated me to clean up Cupid and get her display worthy, so I can compare her with the new one when she is released. To actually keep the hair in place, I personally found this GlvssyPvstel styling cream really worked well, but you will need a lot and it will take some time to dry. This part was particularly tricky for me. I wish I had some kind of curler or perm curler, I think they're called, to keep the hairs in place, but I managed with a pencil and my fingers. Once I got some of the gel into the hair, I put some boiling water on top. I basically went back and forth at this point, putting more styling cream and boiling water until the hair became more and more stiff and secure. This was the final result of the bangs after about 3 times adding more gel. After this point, I left the hair alone to dry for 24 hours. I think they look really good. My bangs personally moved out of place once dried a little bit because the styling cream isn't as firm as a hair gel, but it managed to get me to this point. I then used this curly gel cream. It dries a lot more firmly and is good for holding a curl in place. I just lathered that on the bangs and coated them entirely. I find this dries kind of quickly unless you use quite a lot, so if you need more work time, I'd opt for more gel. Then again, I just wrapped the bangs around my finger to give them a shape to mimic. And here the bangs, in person at least, improved a lot. I then decided to go in with my GlvssyPvstel hairspray. This will hold everything together even more. I really didn't want these bangs going anywhere. I also found that a toothbrush, obviously one that hasn't been used, is good for smoothing the bangs together. I think there is a similar bristle layout in edge combs, so perhaps that's why it worked well. After a final spray of my GlvssyPvstel hairspray, I was really happy with the bangs at this point, and I decided to move on after letting them completely dry. She's looking fierce. I'm now just re-detangling the rest of the hair to prepare for the curls. I separated a part of the hair and lathered some more of my curly hair gel on to get the hair to stick together. Now it was time to curl up the ends, but in order to keep the hair on the scalp flatter, I decided to play an elastic band on the hair whilst I worked on curling the hair. At this point, it was pretty much repeating the process of the bangs for the whole head of hair. I used my finger to give the hair a curl and used my GlvssyPvstel hairspray to keep the hairs in place. I'm going to boil wash these curls too to help them form into place, so I decided to put some jumbo straws into her hair as mini curlers. My aim wasn't to create a tight coil, I just wanted to allow the gel to stay in place really. Then it was time to boil wash the hair. I kept the doll upside down so the curls would be a little tighter and closer to the head with the help of gravity. I also avoided the bangs with the water as I was already happy with their shape. This is what Cupid looked like afterwards. I changed the rubber band for a hair bobble to keep the hair flat as the rubber bands broke due to the boiling water. Drying time. Here's how her hair looked now. It was completely dry. The curls definitely are not perfect, but I'm really happy with them. Back into the kitchen, now I'm going to do Cupid's famous heart-shaped braid piece. Sorry I didn't show this too well, but a key part of this to make it easier is to get a thin piece of wire and thread it through the braid. With the wire piece in place, you essentially want to make a loop where you want your heart to be and place an elastic to secure it. The wire makes this process so much easier and less fiddly, I have found, particularly when actually molding the heart. To actually make the heart, I just make a dent in the top of the loop in the center and keep messing with it until I like the shape. This is also easier when the loop is secured with the elastic. Now I would have recommended leaving out a strand of hair at the back to help secure the braid looking back at this, but if you haven't, you can do what I did and just pick out a piece from one of the curls. I just tied the braid to this back piece with an elastic and cut away the excess hair. It was fairly simple. And also I forgot to mention, I did just cut away any stragglers in the hair on the heart. It made the hair look a lot more cleaner. Finally, the hair and cleaning is done. Now for the fun part, the accessories. Collectively, these were all the accessories that either already came with the doll or that I purchased in the lot on Vinted. One of the dresses has a stain on it, so I decided just to pick the best accessories from the bunch and get her dressed. The best part in any doll restoration has to be putting all the accessories back on the doll. Cupid is missing her ring, diary, and the photo though, but honestly she has enough stuff to look fairly complete to me. If I ever do see these pieces though, I will definitely try and buy them. Oh my gosh, here's my final semi-complete Cupid doll. She looks absolutely amazing and I think she is such an improvement compared to before. Anyways, that is pretty much everything for this video today. Thank you so much for watching this restoration. It was probably one of my most difficult. Next, I should be restoring an Elizabeth as I have just received a bunch of her accessories in the mail, so look out for that video. Thanks for watching Ghouls, bye!